This video will go through how to modify points and check the model file for any incorrect points. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to orbit around this model file. That can be done using the view cube up here. So if I select this part of the cube, this corner section of the cube, it'll take a few seconds. You can then see what happens in the drawn area. So now we're looking at it nearly from the front elevation. So I'm just going to actually select the front elevation here. I can see within my site that I have points all up here. And I can also see that there is some data down here. To be able to identify the point number of this rogue point down here, we are just going to use the property menu to help us find the information. To bring up the property menu, you just type in properties into the command bar and press enter. My property menu is anchored to the right hand side and it's on automatic hide. If I select the point down here, this rogue point down here, and go to my properties, I can see that the point number there is 543. And that is one way of being able to check what the point number ID is for this rogue point. Now, from looking at it, you can see that this one point down here should not be there. It's a rogue point and we're just going to delete it out. So we can either use a blue selection box or a green selection box to select it, and then we're just going to use the delete key on the keyboard to delete it. And that is the point gone. I am then going to go back up to my view cube and I'm going to make sure I come back down on my top view or plan view. To modify points or to check point information, you just come over to your tool space, you go to your prospector tab and you right click on points. Right clicking on points, you will get this menu. We are then just going to go to the edit points command. Selecting the edit points command, we get this panorama view of our points. You'll notice in my file here, I have very little data up here. So if you just right click on any one of the headings, the very first row, just right click on any of them, you can then turn on and off information. So if you wanted to find the easting or northing, you'd have these ticked. If you wanted to have the raw description, you'd have it ticked, and so on. I'm just going to display a few settings in here. So if you were looking at point number 1 and you want to change the eastern and northern, you just come in here, select the cell and type in whatever value. So I might just put in 100 here and 100 here. So I'm putting in 100 for the eastern and 100 for the northern. I can see my convergence is this value here. What I can do with it is I can just select the cell, right click, and then copy value to clipboard. After doing that, I can just paste that into a Word file, or in our case, you'd be just pasting it into the competition. If I wanted to zoom to this point with the new eastern and northern, I could just select the row, so left click, then I'm just going to right click and go to zoom to within the menu. And now I can see that point right there. And if I zoom out, or if I type in Z, enter, and E, enter for zoom extents, you can see how that point is located in respect to the other points. So that point is over there, and our point files are up here. So you can see it is many miles or kilometers away from it. And that is how you use the panorama view for points to edit points, and you use the cube up here to delete any rogue information.